Hey public speaking class, this is Diana. My persuasive speech is actually going to be on aquariums. I do apologize in advance for the mess in the background. The only warm place in my house is my bedroom, so just ignore that. But I do have my visual aid over here. It is the Denver Aquarium, just pictures from that going to be playing on a loop, so enjoy. So let's dive in. A quote from the NSU states, "In recent years, zoos and aquariums have shifted their focus and taking a proactive role in wildlife conservation and promoting conservation learning among their visitors." When was the last time you went to the aquarium? Did you realize that that half of your ticket is going to marine life conservation groups? By the end of this speech, I really hope that you are persuaded to go and visit your local aquariums more often. So in this speech, we are going to go over a couple of the problems, what caused those problems, and what places like aquariums are doing to solve that. The first problem we have is how humans are jeopardizing the ocean's natural life cycle in two ways. So the first way is overfishing. So according to Kayla Patman, a marine biologist, the proportion of potentially threatened species on Earth is rapidly increasing, leaving only a few species safe from the threat of extinction. The second is bycatch. And what bycatch is, when fishermen go out for, to catch tuna and salmon and things like that, that's not all they catch. They catch other fish that humans don't have any desire to eat or can do anything with their bodies, so the dead carcasses get thrown back into the ocean. So not only are we affecting the predators, but the prey. Let's see here. So bycatch is leading to the loss of billions of fish, and that is a statistic from the worldwildlife.org. The second issue that we have is pollution, of course. So our biggest one is trash. Our waste is affecting the ecosystem in the way that it either overgrows or undergrows the algae and the coral reefs. So the fish need algae and the coral reef to breathe and to eat. So that if it's affecting that, it's just killing them off without even us fishing them. So the second one is mining. And I have a quote here from conserveenergyfuture.com that states, "Over the last few decades, a surplus of human activities have severely affected the marine life on Earth's oceans. Ocean pollution, also known as marine pollution, is the spread of harmful substances such as oil, plastic, industrial and agricultural waste, and chemical particles into the ocean." So it's no secret that when there's an oil spill, there is a tremendous amount of harm done to the wildlife there, not just in the ocean, but all around it. So then we're going to move on to what the cause is. One of the big causes is lack of knowledge. If you're landlocked like we are here in Colorado, we don't really see how the effects of our trash and oil mining and all the other pollution and overfishing affects us. It's kind of out of sight, out of mind. The second way is, when we also don't think it's going to affect us at all because we don't see it. And then when we are confronted with the sad truth of how it is going to affect us here in the near future and our children, we feel helpless. So we end up doing nothing anyway, because there's not a lot of general knowledge on the topic. So let's see, the second cause is we don't know how to prevent it. We have a little bit of general knowledge on how to prevent it, though. We do recycle. There's general knowledge that if you create less waste, that'll help. And if you eat less fish, that'll help. And if everybody in the world does that, it'll work no problem. But the problem is it's not really fathomable that we would all stop, eating fish or creating less waste. And then there's other ways that people think that they can help. The general knowledge is they'll just donate their money. to organizations that know what to do. So huge organizations that are well known are the OPS, that stands for Ocean Preservation Society, and there's also the Blackfish Association. That's just if you Google it, those are the first ones that pop up. So let's move on into the solution. An easy solution is just to go to your local aquarium. It gives you knowledge, so we knock out one of the causes there. At your local aquarium, they show how special and valuable all the marine lives are. So for example, you know, when you go throughout all of the exhibits, it has descriptions of their habitat and what they eat and how we are affecting or killing them off. So it kind of gives you knowledge on what not to do. And then we also, the aquariums also have fun ways to view and interact with all types of species. So, for example, the Denver Aquarium, because I go there all the time with my husband, they have a stingray pool. And it's basically, excuse me, a huge pool where you can pet and feed the stingrays. They have the same thing for starfish. You would not believe how many different starfishes there are, but it's really fun. So another way aquariums help is that they use profits from the sales to help A, clean up, and B, repopulate. So they go in and they use the money to clean up pollution from chemical and oil spills. And they also contribute to repopulating the endangered species. So they hire marine biologists to go ahead and, you know, farm the endangered species, and that way we can get those numbers back up. According to another quote on conserveenergyfuture.com, about $4 billion a year is spent on regulating our oceans. So that's a lot of money. We are doing a lot of work just from the aquariums to be able to repopulate and clean up our oceans and all of the species in there. So in conclusion, aquariums are a big contributor to marine life conservation. I hope that this speech has encouraged you to do something as fun and simple as going to the aquarium regularly. Do you believe the money that you spend over the next 5 years at the aquarium will have a positive impact on marine life? I hope so. Thanks for listening, guys. Have a good night. Bye.